Let's see. Come with.
All right.
You got
I'll make the
31
same
already.
bet on the other end.
Yo, quick casting if NewBee lose.
With you.
No, if NewBee
On
wins.
this.
Oh boy. That's too big of a loss for the Dota community to handle. Can't allow that bet. We have a war room ready for you, by the way. Draft has just begun. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
Legendary Nyx bands. These are consistently. Can I grab?
Can we talk about Kunkka? We keep seeing this hero get picked up, and it ain't looking too great, you know? Hasn't he lost all day today?
Didn't he just win?
No, because
he
he
just
was
lost? Yeah, so
normally
he-
it's Latin Kunkka, it's VT gaming. And yeah, it's not been doing great. But this time it's LFY Kunkka, so I think this is the first time they actually pick Kunkka. So we're gonna find out if they're a little bit more lucky with it than VG Gaming was. I mean, they have to try something different than this morning, right? LFY does, because what they did this morning didn't work out.
Dire team pick.
Solid pick, isn't it, really? Still there, just take the bat.
They had a bat this morning as well, didn't work out then.
Yeah, wait, struggled.
That's what was we getting. They picked a lifesteal against it, right?
Yeah.
Lifesteal again?
Yeah.
You're correct.
10 seconds remaining.
I think they're gonna ban Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Their fourth, definitely. Probably ban out the Lifestealer and the Jug in the third, fourth from LFY.
Would it ever not be good to pick the Lifestealer like second right now, or what's the downside of that?
That's
Or that.
another one.
I mean, there's similar lines. Yeah, they do pick that hero that they want to lane against it. Weaver.
Isn't Kunkka pretty good against Weaves?
Yes. Very good versus Weaver. Breaking Lincolns from a distance. And of course, even if he gets Chiguchi, you're X'd.
Yeah. I had to play against that recently, and it was surprisingly a lot more annoying.
Until you get like your like BKB, and the thing is, once you get like BKB Diffusal, then that's where Kunkka's pretty
It's just Garbo.
pretty garbage. Yeah.
You get Puck.
10 seconds
ban.
remaining.
Fuck, man.
No AA.
No
I think
AA.
we might have
Well,
avoided it, guys.
Like-
Maybe they were aware.
Maybe they were watching, you know?
KP
now-
They got
does
us.
watch streams.
Now LFY does not have to worry about banning the well, say worry, but they don't have to ban the Lifestealer and the Jug because they already see the Weaver, so they can worry about other stuff. The Puck caused them massive problems. LFY is such an aggressive team, so like the responses, it feels like from when NewBee has that Puck, the TP Dream Coil whenever he has 6 early on is a big problem for their diving factor. Death Prophet ban.
Yup.
Dire team ban.
Oracle ban. Is that?
Oh, it's interesting.
There's an Oracle, right?
Because Oracle, the only time we've seen it so far is actually on LFY themselves.
Yeah. Respect. It's super good versus. It's like
It's
the best
great
hero in
against
the game
bat,
versus
isn't it?
Kunkka.
And Kunkka,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Fate's Edict is like the best thing in the game versus Kunkka. You actually do nothing in the whole game. I saw that. I think Secret picked it one game. They had Kunkka and the other team.
Oh, there's the air ban.
Or they picked Kunkka into Oracle, and yeah, was very upset. It was like
Oh.
worst matchup possible.
And there's the Necrophos with the AO banned. They have to pick it up rather than letting it go through and perhaps having NewBee pick it up. And still have Puckman in the game as well.
Yep. Put Necro here for now.
Is that something that LFY should be
10
worried about
seconds
for
remaining.
NewBee? A Puckman on their side?
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know if that's. I mean, what Bat, Kunkka, and Necro are kind of good against that. They don't care if your target gets decrepified and is trying to run away.
I feel like KP usually plays more of a team fighter, and I don't see SCCC playing it. Well, not picking a Pugna here at least, because they save his pick for like last. So.
Okay. So what do we need? Instead of NewBee, they got no lockdown.
I wouldn't mind the KP tide be decent again.
Why not?
Ty's good here.
Yeah.
It's kind of rough against Necro
Pretty rough.
Oh, okay.
because you just die, but it's not horrible.
It's the counter initiator versus Bat. They did that in the past.
What about Doom's an option?
I mean, teams love picking up the silencer, don't they, against like a bat lineup, and silencer is still there. And gets banned when teams are picking up the bat. But still in the pool.
You know, here.
What's wrong with you now? You can say people, you don't take their big bill.
Then normally you're saving someone slightly the fight, and then
Radiant team pick.
you swap.
Drop to one.
The Phoenix Twins team.
We're not saying that.
What's
So that's is that going to be what? That's going to be a KP Phoenix, right? Or is it going to be a support Phoenix?
Funny,
it's NewBee, right? They'll put that.
That would be a fair thing. Okay.
name is KP Phoenix. It used to be KP Phoenix.
Hey, Phoenix.
It was actually KP Phoenix.
That was a KP, and then it was like It was like Phoenix, but without the X and two I's.
This is
It was still said as Phoenix. Still
like-
pronounced it like that.
K Phoenix or whatever. I don't know.
Fina, what's Fina?
I guess it's
Phoenix?
still possible that we
Multiple
see it put in a
Multiple
different role because this was a pick that people were doing a lot versus the Bat Rider at one point because you can just swoop in and you counter shit with the egg. Also quite good versus neck. You pop your crowd. You're taking a lot from all that match.
Silencer! I
So,
whispered it right before.
yeah,
The greatest counter to Phoenix there ever was.
it's great with the bat.
Yep, it's the combo.
They didn't get a pick off. Nothing that NewBee can do. Well, so obviously certain items in the game.
It's great against Phoenix. Yep.
I do think Phoenix has one of the best war room plates, by the way.
That's pretty. It's a nice little pick.
Because it's like nice
It
and
is
light
pretty
with the color scheme stuff.
Now I just need somebody like a troll warlord, and then this
Kill the
game
eggs.
This game is over.
I think the silence is enough. I mean, it's just gonna be so hard for Phoenix to do much in the team fights.
They can still go for the life stealer themselves. Is that a good care?
For
It's
LFY.
kind of rough against.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they have got the lockdown of the Kunkka, but maybe they'll swing else a bit further for the Weaver.
Hey,
Hey, there's the tide.
All right, this
Counter
Phoenix
initiate.
pick
Yeah.
Yep.
certainly makes more sense now. I mean, Tyler lands a Ravage while Egg's going off, and then you got your team wipe no matter what. But
Yeah.
Silencer can kind of put a bit of a hole in that plan.
True. I mean, tide works both ways against the silence, doesn't it? It's quite a nice pick against it because with the passive, you are going to get the chance to ravage almost certainly in the fight. So
Sure.
it's handy to have that sort of team fight ult that doesn't really, get a little bit at the silence, but has ways that you can work around it.
So either yesterday or the day before, we had a discussion saying big team fight ultimates, doesn't work as well anymore. But right now, this NewBee lineup is like big team fight ultimates.
I mean, I think the difference is we're with the Chinese teams. I think when we look at the European teams, it's very different. And as like we were saying, like in China, just heroes like the Death Prophet have a really high win rate because there's just something different about the way that they play the game. You can tell it when casting. It's very different. It's more methodical. It's much more calculated. You're seeing much more of this getting the advantage and being very, very particular with the timings that the teams actually want to fight, and much less scrappy than sort of the European Dota that we're seeing. So, just this sort of environment is much better and suitable for these long cooldown team fight ults.
Okay.
Let's catch.
NewBee lacks some catch.
No real dis on their team at all there.
Something, but they could fix it. Pick.
That's good.
Here.
10 seconds remaining.
Coming.
5 seconds remaining.
Yours could be okay, but
Vibes.
Viper could be.
Ember spirit.
They go there.
They still pick it anyway.
They still picked it anyway.
It's not too bad, is it? If you get yours early on.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's a really rough lane matchup with Necro as well.
Yeah.
Go AM.
Whoa.
Oh, we've not seen that one.
We
I
have
like
not.
that.
Hell yeah.
Shadow Fiend. Look at to swag it into the LAN finals with that. That's a skill. That's it. Can do it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Wow.
So we mentioned that it's going to be tough for NewBee to execute their lineup. We have seen the Shadow and Swagger Fiend picked up as well. Blitz, are you convinced that maybe LFY is going to change their fate? Or are you sticking with NewBee?
I think LFI might win this.
Alright, what do you guys?
Could we do the score thing, by the way?
Which score thing?
The Twitch chat? Okay.
Oh, we'll see that then.
Come with me to the LFY dream train. Let's go.
Alright,
I said LFI.
Too bad.
Don't. Yeah,
It's all good.
lose.
Stick with it.
I think LFY might have a shot here. So with that, let's take a look at the Twitch. The votes and see who ended up being the favorite. 34. You got some on your side. Not too bad. Oh, Brody so on fall before game number 1 of the grand final. Let's go.
Thank you very much. And already from this chart, it's going to be an exciting finals. We are seeing some new heroes. The Super Shadow Fiend. We've talked about heroes that we associate with Super. Thinking back, is Super Shadow Fiend, is that when you feel comfortable seeing him on, or?
He used to play it.
Yeah?
Back quite a while ago, though. I don't feel like I've seen him play it so much. Maybe in like the last couple of weeks or so in DPS. But past he used to play these type of heroes more. And also, we have a throwback too. It's Kaka actually playing the Phoenix. Just one of his big signature heroes for a long time. And Faith is playing the Night Stalker. So a bit of a switch. Faith maybe not as comfortable on the Phoenix. Kaka's a specialist on this one. He used to play it all the time. Saw it back all the way in Manila Major, I think is when he was playing it and stuff like that a lot. Let's see what they're going to be able to accomplish with this. Very tough lane matchup for Inflame, as we mentioned over and over, is this Weaver. They are going to be able to leave him alone a bit. And even the Phoenix is quite obnoxious versus that in the lane and in later on stages of the game.
Sure, I mean, the thing is, though, of course, that lane in Flame, he doesn't mind dying in it.
Yeah.
And this is a game where he very well may die. We've seen countless times he loses his own life 3+ times in the laning stage and go on to win the games, at least over these couple of days here in the Chinese qualifiers.
Yeah, that being said, the lane is tough, of course, as we always mention like that. I do like what he's got the BKB Shadow Fiend for. I think that's what they're going for. After they talk 900 the Phoenix, these like heavy middles for Magic Division teams. Clicking core, I can physical damage on your team already. But you don't consider match. They also have, of course, neck and then shot both run. Until top gets Ogreboy, you just listen the fight and hit and make sure that, the crack doesn't go off.
Yeah. Kaka, room around. In fact, ooh, I like that. He goes for the fog so they don't even see that he's casting it.
That was cute.
That was very nice. I mean, he's giving Kaka a right bit of a wallop there, bringing him down low. Faith will come across, make sure that Arthur's able to chase anymore. And we'll see how this mid lane matchup goes. I'm seeing Super already bammed 2 CS. Looks like he's off to a good start. And his little CS early on, making all the difference. And CCC with the Flame Guard, trying to push the lane in. Super looking to be okay with that first wave. Faith, pretty deep hit. He's a little annoyed that Arthur gave his friend Kaka on the bird a bit of a go, so he's trying to beat him all the way back. They Mickey Mouse back and forward.
Monet actually skilled it close to the level 1. I thought he'd get Heartstopper just to right click the Tidehunter. But wanting to get the sustain, it's fine anyway. He gets it so early on the Heartstopper too, and And they're gonna just pull. And I think that actually, I want to say that NewBee had blocked the hard camp from the safe lane, and it was dewarded by DDC. So they're just gonna have a secondary pull open in that bottom lane. And they're still duking it out. These two, they're just looking at
never-ending fight on the top lane as well. It's interesting to see the confidence of the Weaver and Boogie up. Like I think he let himself literally get like 10 stacks on him, and then as soon as the bat rider came from, he started to back off, and of course, it's a hell of a lot of mana for this bat. So just going to show how easy this lane can be for the Weaver, and how hard it is for the bat to really do anything, even when he does get that amount of stacks built up.
Pretty important though that Inflame did pull the lane there, so already level 3 on that off-lane bat, and he can start to jungle if he wants to. That's why you see Afu is perfectly fine with what's happening right now with the Night Stalker, because he's like, all right, well, we know exactly where Night Stalker is. I'm not getting levels, but it's okay at this point. Cooper mid lane should do just fine. Actually misses CS there by accident, just canceling his own auto attack. Yeah, take a look at that. 72% win rate on Super. He's played it an immense amount of times.
Oh wow! And this is a lot of games. Okay, yeah, 62.
And this is a pretty favorable matchup as well for the Shadow Fiend, because you can't really, the Flame Guard gets burned off because the razes do so much damage. And it's also a very low armor hero, the Ember Spirit, so eating those physical damage right clicks really start to add up.
I'm trying to the map, but mid lane. I think as well, if Simple wins this game, according to those win rates, he will have the highest win rate in the world.
Is that what it said? Yeah.
Because RTZ was at the top, but it was like, I believe it was only at 1%, and obviously they both had less than 100 games. One game. No, yeah, one game would be worth more than 1%, so he would be the best in the world if he wins this game, according to the stats. I'm going to be totally wrong. I'm sure Josh will point it out to me if I am. But nonetheless, yeah, very impressive win rate on Super at the moment.
KP has to go to jungle versus Necro now at this point. You get your Iron Talon as fast as possible on Tidehunter, because that lane is a silencer with the glaives. That pure damage really adds up through that Kraken, because you're blocking the damage, and Heartstopper over Necro is more than enough to zone your way. First raise, second raise, the Torrent comes out, put a good amount of harassment onto SCCC. But first Knight will be kicking it, and we'll see what Faith can do with it.
Yeah. That's the big point of the game for NewBee, to start getting the action rolling. CS across, but very even. And let's all sort of focus a bit more. Top and Flame got that instantly taken up by the raise. Super. Can he actually get away from this? Looks like he's just about to be fine. Zipping at the tree line. DDC coming in with the TP as well, making sure that the Night Stalker doesn't chase anymore.
Forced to go back on the Shadow Fiend, and Bottle, Masterful C gets a rune. Inflame is doing
It's a lot of space, isn't it? Yeah, because of this Night Stalker being drawn towards mid. Sure, he's not killing Mugi. He's, I mean, maybe hindering the farm a little bit, but it's, yeah, as you say, just the fact that he's getting so much himself. 25 CS on this bat, just 4.5 minutes in.
Yeah, he's cruising. I like the new thing that people are doing on the Shadow Fiend too. It's where you get your Ring of Aquila ASAP, and you get boots, and then you get your Ring of Aquila right afterwards.
Oh, there we go. There's the stat. Thanks for that knock. So if he wins this, he will still be behind RTZ slightly, but certainly be closing that gap on RTZ's win rate. RTZ's win rate very good.
Faith gets spotted up by Afu here. DDC as well coming in. They've got the Torrent. Do they have enough damage follow-up though? With the curse, Faith is still very fast. It's gonna be tough to be able to actually catch him out here. Still some right clicks adding up. He's able to fly over. We do have the rotation maybe from Monet. They are pinging it out, but no, he was a bit slow. Let's see. Nah, he's not able to get him. With the curse and the Heartstopper aura, is it enough?
Speedy. Nah,
no.
He's going to be fine. He's actually going to kill himself.
Oh my goodness.
Could have been close though if the damage wasn't enough and the curse did it, but top lane, meanwhile, that's where we're going to see the first blood. Kaka able to punish and push Inflame out of the jungle this time around.
Sunray deeps. Yes, Inflame got a little bit overconfident pulling the creep waves, but look at his items. Windlace, Range Wrap, Tranquil Boots finished up. About to be level 6.
Levels.
He's really crushing it right now. And you know, when you're playing versus Weaver, it's one of the hardest kind of matchups.
Somewhere again.
Kaka might be in some trouble here. Yeah, there's a last up.
Last up. Just walking and grab the big old bird. Come here with me.
Might pay with his life. Nope,
fine.
He's actually fine.
Inflame. Just outplaying the two of them there. I'll have a pause in it from LFY.
Some lag.
Kaka.
Yeah.
I mean, that's who they just killed. that's a bit BM, really. Come on, lads. Keep it clean.
Hale, man.
Okay. From SDCC. Ah, right. So, I think the kill. Levels. Yeah, that's the thing. Is overall levels.
Owning.
Slight. I mean, I don't know if you can see the overall XP. I don't know if that's actually going to make much difference at all. But you see the 3 cores all at 6. It's tiny, but. I mean, it's the little things like that as we saw, you know, the fact that Inflame got his lasso literally just then means that he can get that kill.
It's very important. Like the Weaver is supposed to make the bats miserable in the laning phase.
And that really hasn't happened.
Has not happened whatsoever. Well, yeah. TP to fill up as his bottle, see junction. So,
you think, is it a little bit worrying that I mean, the top lanes is not much to the shifting to the rotations, not really slow, isn't that when you look to try and get kills off the and it hasn't done yeah, but
to go for jobs, yeah, you know, that's the next one who can get it. But Phoenix is more of a counter. You don't want to dive in, then you can turn around like unround. And he wants to get his levels. You don't want to be playing around that mid lane. Phoenix is very important to M6 as fast as possible, as many levels as you can in the Sunray because of how the damage scales.
More creeping than he'll have complete Discord. So let's see good levels, level 7 on the Necros, making it very hard for everyone to turn up to and look to find some experience.
And he's rushing that bell. He'll have any moment now, and it's actually finished right now when he picks it up from his side shop and the courier delivers. And look at the line of LFY. That is so much magic damage coming out. Bat Rider, even Shadow Fiend early is an immense amount of magic.
So smoke up NewBee, moving SSC around. Pretty much just the 6 is there then to do something aggressive with that remnant jump potential. DDC looks to be the target on his own. It seems aware that something's going on. He's already hiding in the trees. Coming and looking. He's going to come through, and indeed, they'll spot him out. Will get a kill for their rotation. They put some pressure on this tier 1 tower as well, but meanwhile, the mid lane's been left alone, so Shadow and Super does coming in. Inflame cutting the creep wave, forcing back KP. So we'll see if they do get sort of a trade, or at least a significant amount of damage to the lane. What's coming out in the top. Sort of arguably it's mid lane, definitely the more important block. Losing that mid tier 1 very early on. KP to the deny, but he can't quite keep the timing.
It's going to be a big Shadow Fiend.
They might even hold on this. They are. Keeping the Kunker over. That will go. Especially anything in terms of implant as well. It's less so, but already NewBee do back off.
Need to give Afu and DC's run too, but because is pretty massive here. And stacks coming out, so it looks like they're gonna split experience here. The support really need it, so Inflame's gonna at least give it to just the silencer. Okay, they're prioritizing the 6 actually on PVC for the combo with the lasso. Afu will find his elsewhere. He's already got level 4 for the catch.
We'll see how Super builds this game on top of the treads. I mean, do you feel there's a stat up with the Dragon Lance, or could this be a game where an early Shadow Blade pays off pretty nicely?
I'm not too certain yet, because he really wants a BKB in this game. Obviously, you don't want to get it first.
No.
I think he'll just wait it out. I've seen Super do the Shadow Blade majority of the times, but Dragonlance could. Yeah, Dragonlance, see the argument for it, to just fight early around the Necro and go for those tower sieges.
Lane movement getting a lot of space, forcing this lane right around. It's going to be working on the diffuse first items. You see Titan Wings collecting XP from that, that's getting in. Bit.
if they run some with the shadow that they have is up.
Yeah, it's gonna drink it.
And they're majority of their heroes in to secure this tower.
Yep, In Flames there ready for the drums. You can zip in and zip out with the lasso if one comes too close. And yeah, NewBee, interesting doing that. Axel back. The one town is claimed by LFY. White, around. Looking for a fight here, Kaka, warding them off with a sun ray.
So one of the other builds that Miracle and other people were doing when they were playing Shadow Queen last season, I believe it was the Mask of Madness, and I think that might be what people are also looking to do.
Oh, Mask of Madness has that?
Yeah, because just to exacerbate your farming, you just farm up so much quicker. And then you can actually just stand toe-to-toe if like, they go on you. You have all this backup from your team with a Kunkka boat on top. You just stand there and auto-attacking.
Sure, I mean, I thought,
build.
Yeah, for a hero at 11 minutes with those souls built up, you do have an insane amount of right click. So just capitalizing on that and accentuating that.
It's only the Weaver
even more.
who does physical damage on NewBee, so that minus armor is hurt him too massively other than versus that. That could be nice, yep. Gonna go for that.
Look at this way from NewBee.
Yeah, Kaka, 57 games with 64.3. This one will put him over Fly and Phoenix win rate.
That, yeah,
win.
And yeah, no surprise to the game because they're at the top of the lifetime games.
Yeah, and with 6, they instantly. It's a Boris in the mid lane.
No escape. That amount of hold, just having this pull Syrian changes the stun rate so much. Very easy to get a large amount of time. They've really put down this tier 1 tower.
They love KP bottom for quite long time now too. Level 10 on the Predator, getting closer and closer to that hood.
Because this is a game where there's, I guess outside of the Shadow Queen, it's majority magical again, so that hood's going to pay.
Uh-oh. Inflame wants bait, but that's there.
And they quickly take the stuff as the mass revenant spam gun. He's gone, no walking out for everything. A little bit too aggressive they're coming across. They don't have any vision over that bit. And there wasn't really anyone else showing on the map. So always a risky play. And Flame will be punished for it. NewBee getting a lot of space as well on this top lane. Is closing in on completing his Diffusal Blade.
They don't have great heroes to kill the Weaver early on. Once Kunkka gets more levels, they can try to set up for some ganks, but very tough at the moment. Apu now, level 5 though. That level 3x, it does make it a lot easier, but he's still, still a very hard hero to kill on the Weaver. You have to pretty much do it almost perfectly or expend a global. Bottom tower. Easy pickings.
Scan and sweep behind. Symphony One was hanging around, soaking up the XP. Okay.
Really nice that LFY got that early mid tower. Now they can do these type of invasive plays.
Yeah, indeed, the dream catch is that Weaver, but as you say, it's so hard to do. They do have global and, popping the drums, closing the gap with the lasso. It is possible, but it's still, if Mugi's just anywhere close to being quick on the Shikuchi or time lapse, it just makes that whole gank very, very hard to pull off. Yeah. And, you can risk wasting the global silence, essentially. And once the global's down, NewBee certainly will look to force the issue. They can more than easily take team fights now at this stage. 4-1 after the slight net worth lead, and as you can see, just pushing down this tier 2 down bottom. They're not worried about any response at all from LFY. LFY themselves keeping 4 of them up top. Now they'll start to TP back.
Only 3 of them bottom right now. And with Monet porting in, KP is looking very dead here.
Has the hood, but questionable whether that's going to be nearly enough to save him, and it isn't. Will protect him from the Reaper's Scythe kill.
Wow, and that's a level... I never mind, he just hit level 12. I was like, that was a level 2 ulti, what? No, it's a level 1, so he'll survive off that. That's on top of the Veil, too. Still very durable.
Yeah, the hood paying off there. Still goes down. Yeah. Being less dead is always nice.
Oh, Inflame goes for the knockback, but unable to get it onto Faith, and now he has to retreat a little bit since he doesn't know where Weaver is, and Ember is in the vicinity.
Yeah, Mugi with that full Diffusal Blade, you got to watch out when you come near this Weaver. Has great potential at kiting up any of these heroes on LFY and having more than enough damage to slowly but surely trickle them down.
Nice and early.
Oh, DDC is almost certainly dead if NewBee decides to go on this, and he will. A couple of punches, and that's DDC gone. Smart move from Inflame, though. As soon as that Void's used, bam. TP's out. No, there's no other way that he can be held back by NewBee.
Tanks the gank.
This is NewBee finding it. And kill. And LFY unable to do anything in return.
So now the secondary item for Super was that Dragon Knight, but I think the BKB is very needed for them to play around him, because usually when you see these type of like Shadow Fiend picks and stuff, you have some type of that tanky frontliner. They have the Necro, but versus Diffusal, he's not nearly as tanky. So I think even on the Necro could be a BKB choice this game because of how much magic damage NewBee does have to be able to pump out. Even though BKB's, you know,
one of those. It's a sad game, yeah, when you have to do that on a Necro.
Yep.
KP nearly hitting level 12. Overall net worth in terms of these, well, the core heroes, is still favoring LFY. Both Monet and Super slightly ahead.
These deep wards from NewBee are really killing it right now. They're seeing all the movement from LFY in the map. Seeing the Shadow Fiend farming, they see where Afu and DDC are moving through, but LFY is not really looking to get too aggressive yet. They do have a smoke, so they could try to with the ulti soon.
Kakra, of course.
Looks like they're about to, and they smoke under vision.
Now the question is, are NewBee looking to just avoid this, or do they try and get in position to fight it?
You can just camp a high ground, or smoke up themselves and try to fight with the Ravage.
Yeah.
But LFY quickly making their way up there.
Yeah, they're actually
put a ward down. They might be able to.
They're going to have the high ground
claim
advantage.
It first.
Yeah, despite the fact that, well, not if they go this way though. This is going to allow NewBee the chance to get a wraparound if they want. But at the moment, yeah, NewBee themselves not smoking up, just sticking together, and LFY pushing for themselves, taking the wrong course, will not catch anyone. NewBee just able to avoid it. Yeah, as you say, just grouping up as 5 anyway. Were more than prepared to take the fight if it did get handed to them.
Yeah, NewBee's leading by already a little bit over 3k gold and 2,000 experience.
Oh, now they go for the fight. They time it. They know that the smoke's worn off.
They see
so now would be the time to pounce. They know that they can have the vision advantage around the mid, and straight away, Inflame is not a bad one to open up on. Make sure there's no bat lasso possible, and the rest of LFY just have to back off. As soon as they lose one at this stage, no way that they can try and tackle a fight with the full 5-man of NewBee.
Excellent warding game by NewBee, allowing that whole situation to turn into their favor. And yeah, the big differential here right now in the game is the supports again, like we talked about the last time that NewBee was playing against LFY earlier today, is look, Faith, 3,500 net worth, Phoenix, Kaka, 3,800, Afu and DDC, 1,900 and 1,600 respectively. So they're definitely getting a good chunk of farm on NewBee. And now with Mech finished up on the tide too, they're quite strong. And LFY reluctant to want to make plays because they don't have the Blink Dagger just yet. Even though they have the global, they don't have a great way to start the fight.
Yours nearly finished. BKB, as you say. Still what Super's going to be waiting for.
Yeah, halfway to BKB.
I mean, it's so hard to fight without the BKB.
Yep.
They do have the blink on Inflame.
They could go for some pickoff here. They do see the mid lane. They throw. They actually force that Afu in.
Yeah, he's just going to swoop over. At least it forces out the ult, but at the same time, with the sort of pace that this game's going, it's not the biggest of worries that Kaka doesn't have it.
I never noticed that. When you click on the egg, it's actually called Phoenix Sun. Like S-U-N. When he's egged and you click the egg, it's called Phoenix Sun. I know he turns into a sun, but I've never actually just clicked on the egg and read the name.
The question is with that ult, why does it go down? Shouldn't it go up? That's my pet peeve there with that. Come on, Cole.
He's lane. They're looking to use this lasso. They don't want to go too much on time, but they actually do have the Necro in the area, but they have Volvo up here.
Once he's been healed up by the stun ring. Yeah, there's no way they could kill him. They have nowhere near enough damage to burn through KP.
I thought maybe if the Shadow Fiend was there, maybe. But
he's turned up a bit too late. He's in a lot of trouble. The silence comes out. They're just going to chase him down with a Mugi Weaver. That's going to be him gone. KP with a Ravage catches all the rest of the 3 of them. I think they chase down for more. They'll turn. They do get the Reaper's Scythe kill. But Monet is almost going to pay with this. This River's like all the boat though. Jules up to dodge it. KP still chasing LFY. Torrent as well. Really nice. Holds back the Ember Spirit. Monet, he's going to get out. Great escape there, and it all down to being Arfu's play. Torrent and the boat bang onto the head of the Ember, making sure that he can't close the gap for the chains combo. He will pay with his life though, Arfu, as he's chased down by Mugi, but he does protect Monet.
That's such a... Man, going for Tide, right? Like, the Kraken shell will definitely proc.
Yes.
And
if you're trying to kill
he
him,
already has mech and a hood. And you're right next to a tower. You have to expect that they're going to TP in. Even if it's the Phoenix TPing in there, I think he still gets there in time to save the Tidehunter, even though he was already in position to save it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super tough, and Super doesn't have BKB, so you see, as soon as he shows up, this hero cannot deal with these heroes. He cannot deal with this.
He has to have that BKB before he even attempts for this.
Yep.
And Monet just very lucky to get away. That regen from the kill. And as they say, just Arfu's really sweet little play there. Quick heads up boat. SDCC will use it, but straight away, look, the Torrent, bam, it's there.
Yeah, perfect in the back lines.
Holds back the Ember. No disable then for Monet.
So it looked like Arfu tried to do a cute trick that I saw in the replay. While the Phoenix was actually Sunraying, trying to heal up the Tidehunter, he ran up and X'd him and instantly X'd him to cancel it. So that's one interaction that they could try to do to cancel those Sunrays.
Top. Flame, yeah, he's going to want to stay hidden here. He is on his own.
Needs some rotations coming in, more than likely the Necro ulti to try to take out this Ember Spirit.
Oh, that would be the beautiful
There is a defensive remnant.
See how quick he is on the fingers, and he's out. And he's out.
Really hard kill, because even if they get like they can't go for the X play because he has the Yule Scepter.
No. Very easy for SDCC to get out of the majority of situations. In fact, he's looking at BDC. They want it. Torrent will be duked out. Is he going to try and chase even more? Looking to get out. They'll have the X-Marks holding back Faith. Jump forward with the Remnants though. SDCC wants the kill and he'll get it. Takes down the Silencer. They get anything more though. Inflame already getting out of here. Full pipe now complete for KP. NewBee with one down on LFY. They turn towards the pit. They'll look to secure themselves Roshan with the knowledge that with 4 men, it's hard for LFY. They will have Silencer back up in about 10, and he does have global silence.
They don't have the BKB on the SF or the Necro.
Can't get involved.
They can't fight this. No, this is free for NewBee. Way too difficult. KP is enormous on this Tidehunter.
Oh, he's massive.
Getting close to being one of the highest on his team. He's 8,400 compared to the 9,200 Ember Spirit. Mid lane, they find Afu. Quick and easy grab. And they don't look like they're done. They look like they want to continue PDC with the defusal.
There we go. They can dive this. Nothing that they're worried about turning up and holding them back. But they know that the cores just can't do that at this stage. Super, still what, 400 or so away from having that BKB. And every moment he doesn't hurts the team so much because NewBee just get away with whatever they want across the map.
Yep, and Mugi's getting incredibly farmed already now. About to have Lincolns on top of that defusal. It's only 23 minutes in. So much downtime for them to just be able to get all this 3 to 11, 8,000 gold lead, 10,000 experience lead, and that's going to keep at least the experience is going to keep rising because Kaka, with that experience talent, of course, top in flame. In trouble here.
Oh, the stun right. Oh,
just lives.
That was a close.
The stick before the TP, very important.
1-8. The creeps in that BKB will be there for him. Probably all on the fight once those two cores have it. I mean, if they then get those BKBs and still lose the fight, that's when you're going to be worried for them. And all Mugi has eyes onto Monet. He's going to start playing around, Monet, forcing himself away. He needs help, he needs backup. He's going to get it in flames there. Quick with the lasso onto the Weaver, dragging Mugi back with a Reaper Cypher as well. That's a nice one, but he does have the Aegis. They at least protect their Necrophos, but they don't get anything more than just the Aegis being taken away from Mugi.
He's got to finish now in Super, but unfortunately at the same time as he gets BKB, they get Aegis, so they have that kind of cushion at the moment for NewBee, for where LFY doesn't want to fight, so it's going to prolong. Even though they have the double BKBs, they probably
they've
still
lost
want
the
to take
Aegis
it.
now, yeah.
Well, yeah, they did lose it, yeah, that's true. So they can actually do it for the fights now with the BKB.
So they could try.
Yeah, there's still the Ravage and everything, but I do think that LFY could go for this with the lasso in 30 seconds. That's when I was thinking that they need it still. Wow, LFY had previously never had less than 5 kills before the 25-minute mark.
Slow game for them.
Super getting engaged on top. He's gonna have to BKB TP out. That's the first BKB usage.
It's scary.
Surprising to see them not group up. You know, they know it's not nighttime, but I guess the only thing is that they don't have last. They didn't have last at the time, so they're just like waiting on that one.
Well, Super was shoving that lane out pretty far and very alone.
Yeah.
So almost to the point where you've got to imagine he was expecting that you would have to BKB TP at some point. It's very unlikely that you can go out that far and expect to just walk all the way back. Mid lane. LFY have Arfu in the tree line, but look at this sweep around from NewBee there. Coming in
BKB on Super right now. This could be a disaster here. They do have the Necro BKB though.
Yeah, he may need to pop it. The Sunray bringing him down low. Will hold some of the back in. Flame actually going to jump in, looking for a lasso, but he's used up. Global Silence comes through. They're pushing them away. KP is going to be fine. It has the Ravage as well. Now it's LFY, so they've got to be careful. With the Global Silence going off, they've got to run. KP moving into the midst of the wall. We're always holding on for the Ravage at the time being because the BKB's out from Monet. Faith gets brought down. They pop the Supernova, but LFY were able to get the distance away from them all. KP still holding on to that Ravage. They've taken down the Kunkka. KP not finding an opportunity to use it by the looks of it. Didn't feel that there was a chance. There was a point where it looked like he could have got multiple heroes. That courier is dying to the creeps. Please move it. But yeah, KP, I guess the BKB came out and he was like, there's no point ravaging if he's not going to get the core. But it seemed a little strong.
I think it's okay to hold it, yeah. Not being able to get the big targets. And I mean, every single time that this happens, they it's like buying time for NewBee, right? Like the BKB gets put on cooldown, the global gets put on cooldown. So they get more and more time and more space to farm up with this Midas and with their dual core lineup of the Weaver and the Ember. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, dual core I say, but in KP is so massive that, you know, not make this tight under pretty much carry. But that being said, though,
try and make a go on him here, but around the shrine, he's going to have backup on his way, and of course, as we say, he still does have the Ravage, so that lasso is not really resolving much at all. Now Super, he could be in trouble. He's up against Mugi. Shikuchi's away. Super already pretty much out of mana and down to half health.
Afu's just dead, though, to the Arcane Rune Ember bottom. So they don't have one of their big teamfight spells on LFY. LFY is getting completely split up all over the place, and now bottom lane Super TPs, able to defend. That's Triple C, though, going for that Radiance build next. It's already 12k gold lead for them.
Quite a sizable lead as well, yeah, 20 minutes in.
Almost Aghanim's finished on Night Stalker too, so once he gets that, it's going to help a lot versus the Bat Riders so they don't get caught out. I mean, they haven't even been getting caught out yet, but yeah, they have a lot of different ways to deal with that Bat too. As you saw, the Yule Scepter by SCCC. If Inflame blinks in and doesn't grab somebody instantly, just gets Yuled up, and then, yeah, their initiation's just completely destroyed. Blink going to be next for the Tidehunter. KP versus Phoenix. Blink Dagger is incredibly good. Blink in as soon as he lassos, get the Ravage in the backlines as long as you're not silenced. But he doesn't even have to worry about being silenced anymore because he has Guardian Greaves finished quite a while ago on the Tidehunter too.
Now the effectiveness of this global silence really not felt too strong this game. Grabbed him, not kill him in time. They're not going to get it. And KP, he just walks in and ravages. Kaka finally pops the Supernova. They're trying to bring it down, but they're not going to be able to get the hits in. They've got to run now, LFY. They've kind of fluffed it here. As CCC just gets the fly off, uses himself up. They're falling down low. DDC will be the first to drop. They do get the Reaper side kill onto the Ember, but now Super's in trouble. The BKB's already used. He gets beat down by KP. Monet just has the BKB and TP out of there. Will escape. I mean, they kill the Ember Spirit, but again, it costs them 3. And it really just seems sort of desperation from LFY. They keep making these lasso initiations, but they don't get the clean kill.
Yeah, they don't have the damage all the way to do it. Super rough.
We'll see it again.
This is the last game.
This replay from a couple of series ago. There we have it. Just in case you missed that, that was a recap of the early.
Kaka going for Shiva's next. They pick up now a gem as well on the side of NewBee. They're trying to get us some catch here with Inflame. No lasso for about 10 more seconds. Looking like he wants to try to get the chase. Afu. Oh, gets the X on the KP.
Can they kill him? He's tanky. He's big. They're going past him. They're still focusing down Kaka on the bird. He's going to have yours Scepter up in a second, but he's already dead. They will get the kill. Boat actually going to be off the mark. KP
but Inflame's
keeps
dead.
it off. And yeah, Inflame is going to pay for going deep for that Phoenix kill. Loses his life. Ember still down,
Whoa,
of course.
Kaka looks like he's giving him a little bit of a... I think he's just a little salty.
That's a BM.
And maybe a little bit. It looks like he's a little bit angry that the Batrider chased him all the way to die.
Oh,
but that's a lot of gold. Look how much gold.
Oh no, he just dropped the knee dang G out.
I don't know what that means.
Oh my goodness.
Where's Jack when we need him?
You wouldn't say that with your mother in the room. Some heavy-handed stuff there from Inflame. I'm sure it's a bounce.
Inflame gets 612 gold for that kill. That shows how far behind they really are already. 15,000 gold lead for NewBee. But just like you said, you know, the Silencer Batrider combo just not really seeming to be working out. They're not really able to get the lasso into the global. I think that it's only, that was like the second lasso that we've seen, maybe, or the third?
I think it's the third, but all of them have been pretty unsuccessful.
Yeah,
and in terms of just overall, what's accomplished. Oh, Desto now on the Weaver. This guy is punching. Even when the BKBs are up now, he's going to do a hell of a lot of physical.
He got the Hex Hornet onto Faith. He's pretty tanky, but he's got a gem.
He is tanky. He's got backup. I mean, Super he's not going to get this.
He's not even hurting him.
It really isn't. He doesn't get the kill. Now that BKB is going to be used, and he's going to be chased down. Supernova's there. KP slowing down this Shadow Fiend. Super will go for the Requiem, but the Ravage comes through, catches loads of them. Reaper's side gets locked down, but in fact, with the Yuzi, he's going to be fine. SCCC, Slider Fist them down. That's 2 down as Mugi's cleaning up with the double kill. Arfu chasing for more. Lukaku holds him back with the Yule Scepter. Arfu's gone as well, and another fight when NewBee come flying out on top.
I feel like this game's actually just
18. We're seeing some games like this today. Games that slowly but surely, the difference between the two sides just gets to insane amounts.
I mean, you rank highly, apparently going to Google Translate, but look at this. With the pipe coming in and then the Guardian Greaves as well on top of the Sunray, you do look at the action. Don't even hurt him. Super tickles with that Hurricane Pike build. There's no damage, and as soon as the BKB wears off, as we were mentioning multiple times, they just all can die without that. I don't see how they take this versus this lineup from NewBee. They are way too potent right now. Like, just looking at the net worths of the Phoenix and the Night Stalker, these two have 9K, and you look at the two supports on LFY, 2,000 on each of them. They have a quarter of the net worth of each support of the other team. And Batrider is going to get overtaken by the two NewBee supports as well soon. It's really tough. Radiance as well now. Coming out soon on SCCC.
Yeah, that'd be interesting from Inflame. He's building a Crimson Guard on the map.
Trying to make up for, he's just trying to be able to tank some damage.
I mean, what was that?
So tough.
Why did the right click just seem... What have we got on Super? It really just seemed like he was doing nothing. I mean, he doesn't have a damage item.
Yeah, he has no damage item. He has to go BKB this game in order to be able to fight. And they have durable hero. They have a durable Night Stalker. That hero has 19 armor. I mean, it's not like Faith is some 5 hero. No. He's pretty much like he's equivalent to the Batrider. He's equivalent to Inflame. Level 17. It's not none of these supports. I mean, these guys are pretty much not even supports. They've transitioned already in a way. Level 17 and 19 on the two supports on NewBee in comparison to 10 on Kunkka, 11 on Silencer. It's getting to disaster territory. Actually, it's already been in disaster territory for a bit.
Yeah, this is a tough showing for him. And yeah, Kunkka really stuck. Who was it that played the Kunkka? There was one game where we saw Kunkka. It was like 3rd highest in net worth.
Lanem.
That was the last. So Lanham did have a real crack of a game, but other games of Kunkka have just been. It's very easy for it to just end up being incredibly underwhelming. Yeah. If you don't have that high impact early, because I guess what this hero just struggles to sort of catch up in farm, finding space to go out and. There we go. NewBee just moving in. They're trying to get the Silencer out of their DDC up to the high ground. They're actually just going to drop the Supernova to get that kill. And they kill the Supernova in time. They cannot. KP's trying to run the Ravage. He's saying you can hit it, but I'm only going to Ravage you, so they have to let it be. Supernova explodes. They get a second kill. Both supports once again being taken down on LFY's side, and NewBee, they are more than ready to break the high ground. KP comes in, gets the 2-man Ravage. Remnant fall from SCCC. That's going to be Mono down. No buyback on the Necrophos.
They just call, yeah.
They have to.
This was Yeah, they just couldn't seem to get their combos. Honestly, is what it was. They came out of lanes pretty well, right? Like the Weaver or the Bat Rider was doing very well versus the Weaver, but in the grand scheme of things, in order to get money on these supports, on the Kunkka and the Silencer, they need to win team fights, and they just got completely destroyed. Yeah, that's rough.
Wow, very rough. It's the finals as well. Very important series. Winner.
Radiant team ban.
Ten seconds remaining.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Radiant team ban.
And then we can find out what LFY is going to do to try and turn the tide, because that is what they're going to try to do.
Turn the tide.
Turn the tide.
Hey, I got it.
Hey.
Good one.
I didn't even mean to do
Look,
that.
our heroes are fixed.
Aye.
Ancient apparition.
Don't break it. He only just
No,
glued it.
It's. I checked. I touched it to me.
Touch the glue.
Touch the glue. You do that.
But it's not picked. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
But I think they might draft it this game. I don't think they're gonna do anything like that. Be so risky. So we've got Puck Veno bans.
Lich Night Stalker ban.
Yep. These are all on my side, right? You've got one of them. Get your Veno over there.
Veno?
Oh,
Shaker.
I heard Shaker. That's
Good
the stable.
start. Very
Good start.
powerful hero.
Shaker.
Very strong. Doesn't reveal much. Clockwork. Hard counter to Earthshaker. Not a big deal.
Clockwork. Were these the guys that did Clockwork Cottle earlier on?
Yep.
They were.
Not a big deal at all.
I might do it again.
And they did it against LFY.
Yes, they did.
I might do it again
You've
then.
been here before.
Did we grab the shaker? Oh, that's me.
You got the shaker, yes. She got.
Now, Blitz, if they knew they were going to pick Shaker, why didn't they go for a clock ban?
And they did the same thing.
Again.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Bat Rider?
Oh, no. They're picking the same thing. Oh, no.
It's different with Shaker, though. The bat.
Is it?
But they got Clockwork. Clockwork's good
Yeah,
against
he's
Shaker.
What did they have last time? Was
No,
it
they
MS?
had Earthshaker
they-
Bat.
They had Earthshaker Bat last time too, I thought.
Yep,
Wait,
versus
really?
the clock and a Venom.
Oh, God, you're
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
No.
LFY, this was the game where they also had the Dazzle and the Pugna.
Oh, in the
Sweet
early
Summer
game.
Child. LFY.
And the Phantom Lancer as well.
Sweet summer child.
You're anti-mage.
Lucky.
Winter comes.
Is that a Lifestealer ban? Yeah. So that's a change, though. They banned the Lifestealer this time. They'll probably ban, what, Lifestealer Jug? Or Lifestealer Weaver.
I was going to say, NewBee might just pick Weaver,
Yeah.
aren't they? Against
They're
the
going to have
bat.
to gauge which ones they think is
Weaver's still pretty good here.
more awful for the matchup.
Radiant
Or in
team
what's
ban.
worse in the actual game, in the grand scheme of things, I think. is the
Faceless
more important
Void ban.
thing. Don't worry, I got it all, Owen.
Well.
I got this.
I would really like to see a Venomancer from NewBee.
You can't, he's banned.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
banned on the side of
first ban.
LFY. Yeah.
We
Man,
banned
that would have
him.
been so good. They're against a Bat
10 seconds
and an
remaining.
Earthshaker.
Yeah.
And AM. Dream scenario.
Well, that's just a testament to how smart LFY is to
They
ban
ban it
that hero.
before they see them.
before they see
Yeah. Just
They
a
banned the Weaver,
testament.
yeah. So the Jug is not really the concern. Weaver's the better matchup
Yeah.
in the game, in like the overall game,
Yeah,
not just about the lanes.
Moogie plays a pretty solid Weaver.
Yep.
All right, so how are they going to fix something that
moving.
they tried earlier today and they lost with it? What could
Were
they
there
be?
other heroes?
They had a Dazzle, a PL, and a Pugna.
All right, well, I already know the answer to that one.
Don't pick Dazzle,
Nope.
PL, and the
Pick.
and Pugna?
Those three.
Thank you.
These are strong openers. This is why we see them automatically picked, and then we always go into reserve time for the third pick. This is when the real game comes, and this is gonna be...
Oh.
Nick's assassin last time was banned, so...
Super good against the bat. I mean, it's all right against the Shaker as well. This is a strong pick.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's considered one of the hardest counters.
Oh, no.
But it does show that what KP will be playing the clock, and it's going to be rather than
10
the support
seconds
clock.
remaining.
I think it'll depend on what the offlane
We'll see.
matchup is.
Oh, actually, it could be the KP next, couldn't it? Wait a minute.
Oh, no. LFY,
Oh, they picked a
don't.
Marana.
Don't, guys. Guys, don't.
NewBee won with the Marana yesterday.
No, that was NewBee.
So you're kind of admitting that LFY... might be
Hey,
the weaker team?
LFY won with the Marana today.
Yeah,
Oh,
They did.
whoopee.
Monet crushed it on that hero.
All right.
he did.
They also had a
Remaining.
DK and a Tidehunter that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still room for those two heroes in this draft.
Well, there's room for DK.
They're so scared to pick the DK versus team.
Well, I mean, come on. These guys know the DK, dude.
But it's still like they're one of the best. I mean, now they can't really pick the Death Prophet. You don't want to pick the Death Prophet versus Nyx.
Why is that?
Because you're a need hero.
Oh.
Yeah, wait, why would they? Surely they'll pick they'll pick the DK.
I think so this game. I think they
Yeah.
should.
Surely, it's like the game that you're going home on. You pick the best hero for your player. The DK.
Gotta try, you gotta believe.
Well, NewBee, really going to give us our first real insight into their playstyle here. Coming up. Oh, the things will gleam in less than a minute and 10 seconds. Any predicos?
Why they pick? I guess. I mean, could they do Pugna themselves for like the double blast with the call? There's a lot of magical that Decrep's not that good this game.
I'd like to see a Slark.
Malarkey.
First time in 10 years.
Well, no, he got picked up earlier this week by EU teams.
And he lost.
Yeah, it wasn't that great, but you know what happened.
Empire played him.
If you're wondering what happened with NewBee when they opened with the clock and the cuddle earlier today, it was Lifestealer, Axe, and Ember.
Mhm.
Obviously, Lifestealer already removed.
Definitely feel like the axe was just because of the dance.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
one
yeah.
again. Hey, we have a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, a Marana or a Peel is going to win this game. A miracle has happened.
We have seen both
No,
happen
no,
before, I
no,
think.
this one
Nope,
got
no
moved somewhere
PLs.
else.
I've been
Have you not
keeping
seen
track.
PL win?
PLs
Yeah.
never won.
Elf.
Oh,
PL is good against Bat, though.
10 seconds remaining.
But it's weird against Earthshaker.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Indeed. PL draft, huh? What are some good heroes against the Lancer? Well, you got Earthshaker. He's already okay.
They've already got pretty decent ones. They had the Mirana versus it last time too. I think they picked the DK. Yeah.
There's
Yeah, you
DK.
just 100%.
Yeah.
That's going to be the
They have
DK
to do
every
it.
time.
All right, so what are we lacking in these lineups? We see a lot less team fight compared to previous game, that's for sure.
There's a lot of stun on the side of LFY.
10
Yeah.
They got
seconds
good
remaining.
damage, good tower hit.
5 seconds remaining.
What?
We got,
If they got good tower hit, good damage.
I mean, couldn't
Stun?
LFY just go full in and just pick like a shaman as their last?
Hell yeah.
Shadow Shaman.
Get the push going. They don't really want to go late against this PL anyway, do they?
I don't
I mean,
know.
don't they just pick AA last, right?
Well,
They have,
AA
like,
is
the
still
same
there,
the
yeah.
same draft they had last time.
True.
Disruptor's good.
Disruptor's good
Oh.
too.
AA,
Red team ban.
Hey, shaman or disruptor. There's the disruptor ban. You're bang on.
Ban.
NewBee agree with you. Take it out.
Dang. That makes me sad.
Disruptor? Pretty
Well-
good this match, yeah.
I like seeing Disruptor games.
10
All right,
seconds
guys.
remaining.
I'm saying AA for LFY. I really like it. I think it synergizes well with all
5
their
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
They already have enough stuns, I guess.
LFY ban Storm?
Storm or...
Ember's banned, right?
Ember
no, Ember's
is
still
in
there.
the pool.
So
It's
Ember's
like
still there.
Ember games 60 in a row for SCC.
I was going. He just picks it every time. So yeah, if they don't want to go against it, they probably should ban it.
I'm down to see one of the spirits.
Yeah.
Spirit Bros coming out here.
I think Storm's scarier, right?
With all these disables, though?
It's not really like
pretty scary.
it's
too.
it's
Mm.
Bat Rider's probably the most annoying. Because you have to imagine like Earthshaker's just good against everyone.
Yeah.
There's no one like. You heard
Well,
like Doom.
he's not
right?
that great against Clockwork.
That's
That's true, but I just mean in terms of like most cores. ES has like instant jump with Echo.
I've seen, as far as I've seen, it's like Super does incredibly well versus the Ember Spirits in every single time. Like every
Yeah,
single time.
yeah.
really
He's,
does.
won like all the.
even or
Yeah.
winning.
He's done that match, I think, what, twice today.
Yeah.
They won both.
I was surprised at that. It was dominant too.
Yeah, they take
There's
the.
the-
Charges the
Yeah.
A.
I think it had to be.
And
I
they
think it was.
ran out the Bloodseed.
I think the plan should have been Disruptor, and then AA is the second tier, and then I don't. It's probably not even worth speculating what option 3 is.
Yeah, I think these are. This is fine. I like it. What Alpha's got
10
going here.
seconds
Let's see what
remaining.
NewBee responds to the AA though. There's not a crazy amount of physical right now for LFY is the one thing. Like DK Mirana are decent, but they take time to get that physical aspect going. But they do have. I mean, they hit all the notches. They've got cash. They've got disable. They've got building hitters.
I said one of the spirits, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
One of two.
And
Yeah, it'll be
again,
Ember again.
Yep, Ember.
the same matchup we've seen. We'll see if
Let's see how
SCCC's
he-
Ember's going to be good enough to get on top of the DK.
I'm just gonna watch the mid lane in this game for a while.
Enjoy, guys. Oh. Will has to go first.
Okay.
NewBee. I said in the beginning they were gonna stomp this series. I'm gonna hold to it.
There's never been a PL win, and I'm sticking to it. That hero sucks. I don't care how good NewBee is. Let's go LFY. Come with me, brothers.
All right, that's very, defined. I'll go for NewBee as well.
Oh.
I think I agree with Blitz's previous game. I thought they had it, and they just let me down. Hope NewBee doesn't let me down. Let me jump ships, because that's what we do. That's what we're allowed to do. Let's find out if indeed LFY is going to get eliminated right now, or if they have a shot again in the third game. If they win this one, they have to win another. It's over to ODPixel and Frog.
LFY. Woo!
Thank you very much, and indeed. Game 2 now, LFY versus NewBee. And as we've been saying, this matchup is going to be very interesting to watch.
Yeah.
DK versus Ember. We've seen it already, and Super comes out on top. This time, it's the SCC Ember.
Who's
So
a
it
beast.
could be a bit of a different story. He himself had a few warm-up games today on the Ember Spirit, so let's see how it goes and get into the
So
action.
Slacks went LFY right now. I heard Will go for NewBee.
The Huma Wang.
I don't know. I don't know. I really like what LFY's got here, but Kyle is very good at stalling the game. And they have an Ember PL, these very hard to catch heroes. I don't know, I still really like what LFY's got going here. We'll see what happens though. I think that the Coddle can stall on the Ember and PL can get pretty out of control, but yeah, PL's been struggling a lot versus these heroes, and they're both gonna build similar to what we saw last time. You know, we were talking about, you know, you look at new lineup and it's very magical again. We're probably gonna see similar early BKBs into Maelstroms if they're able to get that online. It's gonna be interesting for them, but let's see how KP does as
chilling
this
touch. Run away, boy.
Oh, the Cog actually hits one. He was trying to throw the arrow as he got hit by the Cog.
30 seconds to battle.
So we should see some dual lanes coming out, and it's Faith playing the Coddle this time around, not Kaka. Kaka is usually the one who plays it on this team. I know Faith has played it several times as well.
It was it Kaka Coddle earlier that got like that ridiculous time on the Aghanim's? Yeah, that was that game, wasn't it? Yeah.
Faith was playing Clockwork, who also got ridiculous timing on that. Mugi, they know he has Lance. They're stacking up, getting the sticky stacked up. They're just putting a lot of harassment onto him.
A decent amount.
And they should be able to claim themselves the rune here. And Kaka's killed Mana Burn, so there is no stun.
Oh! Nah, yeah, doesn't get it. LFY will be able to take it.
Still 2 for 2. KP and Faith, the Coddle Clockwork combo, pretty potent at pressuring bottom lane. And they know that the Coddle, or they know that Mirana has arrow from the way you saw the animation happening.
So, I mean, which lane do you think is sort of the most one-sided? Where's the toughest time going to be with these sort of dual lanes? Both teams coming out.
They're pretty okay, to be honest, like across the board. I wanted to keep looking at that mid-match for the most part because we've seen Super do so well versus every Ember Spirit. I wanted to see if it's going to be able to do the same thing for SCCC. But top lane, PL is pretty good versus the Bat Rider, and they have at least the Mana Burn, but you know, there's a Shaker coming in once they get some levels out on that Bat, and they actually get a beautiful Fissure coming out from Alpha right away.
Get a few stacks of Napalm on.
Yeah, just some nice harassment. Bottom, you know, bottom is an annoying lane because they have that huge spam from the Illuminate, but it's 2 ranged heroes versus the Clockwork, so KP is going to get heavily harassed in that one.
Yeah, and as we saw earlier, chilling touch between the two of them can do quite the work against KP. And Illuminate pushing this way forward.
I'm just, like I said, I'm going to be looking at mid a lot, but...
Yeah, what are we seeing so far? I mean, already I'm seeing it's double CS for people. What's going on?
Doing really well. It's the waves. The waves are still there for SCCC to farm, but he used 1 Breathe Fire and got 3 CS with one of them, so that was pretty cool, good to see.
I like that again. Yeah, sets it up, gets a couple straight up.
It's doing a really good job instantly when Flame Guard gets popped. Or instantly when Breathe Fire gets popped, SCCC does use the Flame Guard to try to put some pressure, but yeah, already super. Doing what he does. Bottom, NewBee is really emphasizing on making sure that KP does get a good game, though. You see they block the pull camp, and they even get a hard camp pull here, which Monet is actually able to farm. But they're going to make sure that AA is underleveled in this game and just has to play directly in the lane. They're scouting runes. Super already with the bottle finished up, has an Arcane rune. It's going to be really nice for him to just spam out that Breathe Fire. Afu stalking Kaka, but Kaka getting his bounty rune. Getting both of them, actually.
See, I mean, how do you think, if you're playing against Super DK, like, you know what this guy can do, but how do you sort of counter that? Do you send heroes to gank him early on, or do you just have to accept that he's always going to have this sort of solid laning stage?
They don't really have the heroes to gank here, right? Like, Nyx is going to walk in and do nothing. He doesn't really do too much damage to him, and there's so much mana, there's so much HP regen coming out from the Dragon Blood. It's like, it's just way too difficult to gank that hero.
Quick pause there.
Yep, seems like they got a big hiccup of lag.
Keep getting some good bands between these guys there.
Yeah.
How Mian is dropped.
They're buddies.
And yeah, they've got quite a history. At least they're quite some these matchups that they put themselves in time and time again in very important positions. As far, the track record's been pretty good for NewBee. At this bottom lane, 12 CS on Monet. Yeah, a little further behind that of the PL over on NewBee. So looks like this KP Faith combo has been able to put at least a little bit of pressure onto the safe lane Mirana to the point where she's falling a little behind.
Yeah, they got like that one stop that denied a couple creeps, and Monet wasn't able to get everything top lane Afu, getting a lot of pressure on him. But now they've got the Fissure, they've got the Bat Rat coming in too. And they know Kaka does not have carapace. He's only level 2. They've seen the stun. They've seen the banner burn. They're going for the dive, and they should be able to do it if they want to. Dive on the tower, they are, but the stun comes out.
He gets it out with his dying breath. And that will
trade.
secure, the trade for Mugi. And it was the first blood, so I guess it is worth it for Inflame. But yeah, the fact that Mugi picks up something as well makes it a little sweet for NewBee in return. Next to the mid lane, Super. Keeping, well, with this wave in mind, pretty much neck and on neck with the farm of December.
Yeah, Kaka, after he dies, he TP's mid, he fills up S-Triple-C's bottle, so that'll be nice for him, even though Super has been doing a really good job of getting those runes. This time he went bottom to try to get the rune, but Faith actually found the DD for himself on the old man Coddle. And he's left KP alone now. So KP able to get some solo experience, but very low on the regen department, as we were mentioning. He's going to eat a ton of harassment bottom. He's still farming well, though. 18 and 4 on the clock.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, thanks to that Cottle's early bit of a hand in. Yeah. Pretty much on par with Monet. He has got control of this side pull, though, so get a little bit out of that.
And now they kind of ditching the top lane. Enflame just goes up there to get the creep wave, or see the creep wave whenever it's like pushing it, but other than that, he's just jumping on the bat. He's not getting stacks up for himself. We're probably going to see the Afu moving around the map a bit more now. He TP's mid. He fills Super's bottle. Look at these. These players just filling each other's bottles. Lovely.
Faith coming in as well. Just a bit of deep push. Super out of dragon form. More than keen to try and get a bit of pressure onto that tier 1 if you can get the wave pushed out. But yeah. And look at this as well behind him. LFY ready to fight with Super. DDC and Afu. Fisher expects him like it's still level 5 on SDTZ.
Oh, he's gonna go down here for sure.
Very nice gank.
Timing. Look at his
that. Oh, look at his look at that experience. Can we hover over? How many XP was he away?
Ember, you can't see it anymore.
Oh, you can't see anymore. GG Val. My goodness, he must have been. Looks like less than 10.
That looks like 5 to me.
That looks like a 5 XP short. Yeah, I'd agree on that.
There's a little slit, so you know.
Oh,
that's like literally perfect by LFY on that movement there.
Yeah, now he's got the 6. It'll be harder to do that again. I mean, to be fair, even with that amount of change stun, he would have had to preemptively remnant because, you know, getting him into the cold feet prop, very hard and a long duration of lockdown.
Yeah, if they do it perfect, they still should be able to, but...
Top lane.
They're going for the dive here. Kaka rotating in, invis. There's a shrine up. Is he going to be able to get it before it? No, he's too tanky.
Oh,
he's still at 260 and he has a raindrop, so he was fine.
Much too risky for him to go for.
Faith now taking the mid lane while S-Triple-C jungles. Maximized.
Let's see if Faith can make us good progress as we saw Kaka do earlier on the Keep of the Light. Of course, SCCC on Magic build as we're seeing most Embers recently go back to. Yep. Definitely the way to do it if you can get those early item timings, especially against heroes like the Dragon Knight with the high armor. You're able to still blow him up with the magical nukes before he gets too tanky.
Monet's not farming that great bottom though, as you were mentioning. You know, the PO's a good chunk ahead in the net worth, getting that return kill, and Monet has not gotten a kill or anything. He's just farming. And they were splitting a lot of dual lane experience with DDC. That's what the pull block that NewBee did was really detrimental toward LFY. So AA wants to get 6 early, but you can't really. And now KP does have 6. He's got the phase boots. He sees an AA. He's got a glance of the AA farming mid, and that's a freebie if he sees him again.
Be, yeah, if DDC pokes his head out once more. Super is coming back to the mid lane. He made the long walk up top. Maybe see if he can find something. They'll lead in onto STCC, but they don't get the cold feet down in time, so we'll be fine with Remnant out. Yeah, as you say, KP really wanting to find something. DDC is showing there as he starts to attack the creeps, but KP's already left. He doesn't really want to dive in whilst there's that big old dragon around. Yeah, a little too spooky and not worth it for an AA kill if he gives his life up to Super.
DD on Super.
Yeah.
This will be pretty nice if they can find an engagement with it, but both teams, of course, it's very early. Farming game for a while. Clockwork still kind of try to look for kills anytime that he can inside of the jungle. The thing about Clockwork versus Mirana is it's still a bit scary. Like if you're able to just walk down the Mirana and you get her inside the cogs and you save the hook, then you can follow up after the leap. Kaka getting put mid, while the Ember jungles now until they get levels on the Nyx Assassin. Desperately needs them, only level 4. Getting ideally, what you want is you want the 2 points in the Carapace at least versus that Bat Rider, so you can turn and get the stun follow-up. Because a single point it's very hard to follow up on a 0.6 second stun. 1.2 though is much more reasonable. But yeah, look at this, Super again. 71 CS at 9 minutes to the 53 on the Ember, and those some of those are neutral creeps on that Ember too. He's a killer.
I mean, could it be, yeah, so we've seen what NewBee, sort of the Kryptonite for LFY, but could the LFY Super Dragon Knight
He's gonna have
what it
blink
takes
back.
to bring the
He's 500 for the blink.
9.5 minutes in?
That's
Pretty good.
That's the ideal catch that they get going to, because if a DDC is level 6, she's what we be getting on the Ancient Apparition. That's the catch that they need to learn, because the Phantom actually blinks them with the K and goes out of the fire in the Ice Vortex quite easily. You do see a smoke. They're actually bringing the safe laner. They want to be able to claim that mid tower early. They have Dragon Knight to a super EV from the Blink Dagger, going for more of a 5-man centric build by the full draw.
Oh, okay.
This guy, majority of the games, he was running through.
Yeah, pitch out. Every single thrown into the he's got. The Dragon Form should be a relatively easy deal. See how you want to try and hold. I mean, they're pushing the waves back out and find out the amount of push with this Dragon Knight. Looks like NewBee do really want to try and put a stop to it though. They don't want Super to get these quick towers.
The power of the Coddle versus DK. DK pop. You just go in where DK is and you back and throw your eliminates. But well,
That's on that DC. He committed already. They still have that through. A lot of them are looking to take him down. He get out back into his inventory. I think man might just be a dead man. That was not worth there. He commits all those remnants for that AA kill, can't get himself out. That's a dead Ember.
Well, who did die near the road. He brings himself as well, thank you. 2-on-2 Talking.
Yeah. He's got something.
That's what he needs for a so person bought the board on the team into faith. You should items.
KP. So the hook shot at the ready. On to hunt down bottom.
Unable to find a use of it just yet.
No. Yet to, yeah, indeed, find anything that you can jump onto. There are a few hard targets. The Shaker and the AA obviously being the dreams to find. As of yet, not getting those opportunities.
It's going to be the Shadow Blade instead on the Dragon Knight. I think that might be because I think Monet might be like, I'm not farming the best. I think maybe like they're communicating, he's like, I'm not farming the best, we need you to transition a little bit more. We don't want you to have the blink. We already have the Bat Rider that's going to be getting the blink.
Yeah,
so.
Shadow Blade's nice as well as it for that, just the chance of getting that instant stun, whereas the blink stun can obviously be dodged by both the Ember and the PL.
We get the last up with the drum charge, pulling him back into the arrow, into the Ice Blast. That is a very dead clockwork. First lasso, very successful. This game, I see the PL, Mugi takes the attack speed. I've been seeing the other Phantom Lancers that we've seen played were taking the Spirit Lance damage, actually.
Faith, starting to make good progress on the Ag. Down bottom. About halfway there at the moment. TP's coming onto mid. Super really wanting this tier 1, but each and every time, and NewBee are there. Looking to hold it in flame. Keepings came out there. Yeah, they've got the ward there. They knew that he came round. Kaka starts to hunt him out. In fact, in flame, he's looking to play around with Faith. Gets knocked back though by the blinding light. Kaka toying with the idea of setting up this sort of space that Inflame was creating, gave the space for Super to finish off the tower. They do finally claim that tier 1 mid that they're after. Nice, even with NewBee having pretty much the full lineup around. The lane SDCC has now got that veil complete.
NewBee takes time. Like we said, their lineup has to stall. They have a PL Ember going for later game, but yeah. So, we've seen this matchup before, the Mirana and the DK building those Maelstroms very good. Maelstrom BKBs versus all this magic damage is quite strong, and we'll probably see the 4 staffs coming out hopefully pretty early on at least one of their heroes to be able to deal with that clockwork hook shot, be it the Shaker or the AA, but they're quite broke.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Mane
tower is
still working for that defusal. Yeah, just incredible. Super DK being as far ahead as he is at 7k net worth.
I like the difference how we see the Keep It Alight played as well. Like this one and the last game where Kaka and Faith are playing it, they go straight for the Aghanim's rush, you know?
Yes.
I watched GH and I watched a bunch of those replays from TI and a bunch of replays from when he played the Coddle earlier in that. He like literally never rushes it. He always gets the 4-staff first. And then he goes back to the Aghanim's, and it's usually between like the 24 and 28 minute timing that he gets it. But you know, that's different play styles for different teams.
Yeah, and I guess different regions as well.
Yeah.
Again, going back to the whole way that these Chinese games are played out, there's a lot less chaos early on.
Yeah. Oh, they find Warfade mid the
As
echo.
well.
With the pace of the game, wants to just get as much gold as possible. Doesn't matter if we expend multiple ultis.
Kaka's got his eyes on Super. Does have backup.
They've got this deep ward again. This very popular ward that I've seen from NewBee every single game they've played, actually.
They really want this.
He's got a Shadow Emmy. Do they have Reveal? They have Dust.
There's backup coming in, but they're going to need a hell lot more than just backup, with Super getting blown up there by SCCC, going in with a Remnant Burst. Quickly getting themselves out. There's Moonlight Shadows in flame, tries to chase down. We'll see what she can get, but the Spike Carapace holds them back, and in fact SCCC just straight up turns, looks towards Monet. Monet trying to get himself out, but the stuns are there, beaten down by the PL Illusions. Monet's gone as well. NewBee clean up both cores of LFY.
Look at that, where that fight is picked. That is
So deep.
crazy by NewBee, but such a well-executed play. And all the games I've seen them play, even when they don't like take the mid tower, as soon as they take the safe lane tower, and it's like between that 10 and 20 minute mark, they get this deep ward down, and they get a deep ward behind the enemy tier 1 top. And I feel like they get so much information out of this, always trying to get the pickups. It's really impressive to see, because it actually seems to happen every single game they play.
And now that KP has Hood on the clock, it's going to be quite hard to deal with him on the front lines once he goes in. No longer sort of a hero that you can just knock out the way after he jumps forward.
Yeah, lots of magic from LFY. Early game, until they start getting their items picked up. But you know, Monet's getting pretty close to that Diffusal Blade, and like we said, queues up the BKB next. I'm imagining we'll see the Super do the same thing. He has Silver Shadow Blade finished, and probably going to go for that BKB as well.
Could be in trouble. He has got a hook shot. Boogie's there with him. There's the lasso, dragging him back. They should have the chain locked down to take him out. Even with the hood, he's not going to survive for this one. Ice Blast flies across. Inflame will take the kill. KP down. LFY. And the jump potential they now have with that blink on the back.
Manageable gold for Coddle Aghanims.
Boogie gets a freebie. DDC in the river caught out and warding trip.
Yep.
Going to put Boogie very close to having the boost of travel as well. Very early on. Aghanims just 770 got away for this. The light top lane Monet. He leaps. He's trying to get out past the tower. They don't get the chains grab.
The arrow catches SCCC.
Oh, he's getting knocked back as well. Can they actually kill him? He's still got one remnant. We'll jump back. Inflame popping the drums. 3 stacks on FDCC. In fact, it's going to get taken down. Nice play there from Inflame to continue with the chase. They'll turn towards more. Kaka caught out with the stun from Super. This time it's LFY claiming 2. The rest of NewBee having to retreat. And very, very nice. They've started to dive pretty deep there for as he let back behind that tier 1. And that cute little turnaround and arrow set up for a very tasty couple of kills for LFY.
I think especially without KP there, that's a very hard gank to kind of do, is when you're going that deep. Mirana ult coming out. Looks like they're going with Afu bottom. They've got Echo Slam. They look like they know something. I think he faded entirely when he walked in, because they started pinging him right away. Or who did they see? They must have seen somebody.
Yeah, they must have.
They knew something was up. I don't know if he solo kills him there anyway, but it's like I guess with the AA blast, it could be a possibility under a big creep wave if it was large enough.
Yeah, you're right. They would have needed that AA. Yeah.
Still would have been pretty close. It's 1200 HP on the PL. The mess. No, he probably would have gotten him with the AA blast. Okay, cool. But they do catch it, and now Moonlight Shadow is on cooldown for the time being, and Super
How's he doing?
has cooldown on the ultimate for now. But like we said, you know, they're going to build those BKBs because NewBee's lineup is all magical damage. And he's got an Arcane Rune popped up right now, and it should synergize with his ulti.
It's going to get into it. It's going to be close, actually.
It's going to be close, yeah.
I think it will wear it before, isn't it? Or...
No, I think it's going to be fine, because I think it's 50 seconds, right? Arcane Rune lasts 50 seconds.
Didn't he get nerfed? No, I think you're...
I'm right. I'm good. He's going to have
He's
it up.
good.
If he pops it right away, he'll be good. Afu,
Oh, slam.
it actually gets Carapaced.
Yeah, straight up. Kaka was prepared for that one, and that's going to be a dead shaker. And you see on the way out.
They've got the cuddle lag.
This chase here as well, Moogie. Goes TDC. There'll be another. 2 for them there.
They don't want to.
I'm trying to watch that, but did Moogie do that key thing there where he gets the free Phantom Rush on the AA?
I didn't get this thing.
Well, I'm watching you, Moogie.
So he didn't even use, Super didn't actually use the Arcane Rune. There's no order for the tower. But top lane, they actually get the stun. They get the follow-up as well on Toon's Flame. They have him getting battery assaulted up. But Kaka gonna pay with his life.
That's worth indeed. Getting another core down. And using the support, you open up the place to push down this tier 1 top. Yu Shi-Ni. Now, is he calling out the PL for being sneaky? Look it up. What does Yu Shi-Ni mean? We're doing some Google Translate here, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, just...
Oh, the Nidang G-Gout. Put it in.
That one, apparently they said that one means like your skill level is very high or higher than me.
I want to see what the Yu Shi-Ni means. I want to see if it's some top tier flame. You are Ni. Okay.
You again.
You again. There we go. That sounds right. Bottom lane, straight up. Super being gone on turns with a stun. They get the arrow onto the next assassin. They will take down Kaka. Can NewBee finish off Super well with the PL illusion surrounding him? Looks to be in a lot of trouble. Rem forward. They bring down the big old dragon knight. Again, Kaka the sacrificial lamb, but NewBee are fine with this trade. A big kill. LFY still sort of hanging around the neighborhood. But they should want to back off. KP doesn't have hookshot. LFY will retreat. So it's back out.
3k gold lead for NewBee. That's again the support. I mean, this time it's the Coddle being really farmed up, but Clockwork is a bit hindered, of course, this time on NewBee. When you see the Bat Rider at 7,000 net worth, Clock's only at 5,800. And the big timings for LFY, as we keep mentioning, is it's those KPs, because then the fights become super hard for NewBee to actually take whenever those pop up. Blade Mail almost finished up on Clockwork. And it looks like it is going to be the next build. Next item is going to be the Radiance on SCCC, which is all magic damage, but Radiance stop blinks is very nice versus the Earthshaker and the Bat Rider from
There you go. Straight up, come on to the... Whoa, Echo as well. Don't know if that was necessary, but a bit of BM goes past him. And then we'll lose that, though. Once again, I mean, Kaka, he keeps dying, but seemingly every time he dies, someone else dies. Bottom lane SCCC was getting caught over, but Super's in quick with the stun. Doesn't matter, still had a defensive remnant. He is out of there. KP mid lane has the hook shot available if he sees a chance to go, and there it is. Beautiful reach right across the lane, looking for Arfu, traps him in the cogs. There's no escape for this Shaker. He is gone, and in fact, Moogie may be prepared to fight for more. People's turned up, though, with the outer dragon form. Does get the stun off. Moogie being brought down low.
The blinding light, they were actually missing an attack there on him. But yeah, that was the first reveal of Afu's Blink Dagger. He just picked it up and they get the Nyx Assassin, but he responds quickly. And it's nighttime during all this too, so they were trying to pick fights as best as they could. And in about a minute, it's going to be daytime, and that's where NewBee shines, of course, with that Coddle Aghanims.
$2,700 towards the relic on SCCC's Ember.
The one glorious thing, I guess, that LFY also is like, you know, we keep saying there's not like a crazy amount of physical damage on NewBee, which means they can't really go for any type of Roche plays. While on the other way around, LFY, if they get like a big fight, they can definitely go in it with their physical damage cores. But they have to get a couple kills though, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. They can't just take it head on at the moment.
Yeah. Kaka, invis up, just looking around, getting some information for his team.
Just at the Ember slightly close, but...
Yeah, throw some harassment. On the mana burn.
Money. Still a recipe short. That BKB. Desperate needs, especially with KP having that blade mail. much bigger of an issue now in these team fights. This clock on the front lines.
Yeah, they just have to be able to get disabled. But yeah, it's all damage on NewBee is magical. Very close to those BKBs though. Yep, Super's gonna have it done any moment now. He's looking to try to catch the PL. They're pinging out one of them, but don't know if that one's real in flame. Gets mana leaked up.
That was cute. Yeah, the drain into the blinding light backwards, blocking the stun, setting up for KP's easy hook shot. Very nice play there from Faith.
Mana leak.
Yeah.
Absurd spell. And now it's daytime. Instant smoke up. They're looking to do something with it. And it's an arcane rune bottom. Lovely. Do they leave that one for Triple C? They do. And as soon as it gets picked up, though, that will reveal that they are smoked. And I think that LFY has a feeling this is happening
that's the
anyway.
big one, Super.
Yep, they see
He would be
Triple C.
smaller. He's gonna go. He's got that movement speed from the vortex, but straight down. They get the chains connection. Super will put the BKB turnaround with the ice pod again. Poor old Kaka. He dies every single fight.
Oh, the remnant as he blink echoes. Are you kidding me? That was
that must have been a fraction of a second there that SDCC gets himself out. The rest of the team in a bit of a spot ball. They do lose the keeper of the light. Oogie does get brought in. See if NewBee want to fight now. They'll back off. Yeah, that dodge there.
That was so perfect.
Instant reaction there from SDCC.
Would have definitely been dead if that hit him. The chain stun plus the follow-up would have been there. Even though they had already used their stuns, I believe, from everyone else. The damage.
I don't think we have to see a slow-mo replay of that, but that was quite something there from it. Here we go. We got it. Here we go. Look at this.
Did they catch a glimpse of him?
Oh!
Yeah, that was...
My goodness. That was so close. Was it... Oh, he's literally the same frame.
They catch him top. Oh my god, no. And he said it's right. Oh, the A blast though? Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
This man, he's had some great ember today, and this game looks to be no exception.
Top one with the Shadow Blade. That's how they got the stun initially on him.
NewBee on the hunt once more. Kaka, KP, and Faith smoked up, ready to go.
Yeah, they still got 2 more minutes on day.
Let's see what they can get. Mid lane's big focus. KP ready, bam, straight into the ice point. DDC is gone. They're able to push back Super. Super, is he there? Oh, he's standing still. Doesn't want to lose his mana now. Pots the BKB. Now he'll just have to try and sneak away. BKB charge being forced out to use defensively.
In flame.
Oh, that regen rune. It looks so tasty. He may be in trouble. They get the Fisher and the arrow though down onto KP. KP starting to walk it off. Bear Hood doesn't really care too much about the magical they're throwing out. SDCC gets the route onto Inflame. Mana leak as well. Can't be allowed to close the gap. They've got the Moonlight Shadow. He's been chained up though. Fisher comes out from Arfu. Does connect to all three, but they've already lost Inflame. Now LFY trying to turn. BKB's pop by Money. Jumps forward with the burst, bringing SDCC down low. He chucks out one remnant. Will jump away. Ice Blast. Oh, is he going to get him? No, SDCC. It doesn't matter. Gets taken out with the right clicks from Monet. Big kill there to eliminate the Ember Spirit.
Had to use several diffusal charges to get it, but more than worth it. And first BKB charge shown. So both BKBs are finished on those cars, and that Triple C does finish up the Radiance at a nice timing.
27 minutes in here to get that as he went down.
Yeah, 3 diffusal charges there to get that kill.
Still close. Still overall though, NewBee do have that very slight lead. 6K is that they have had bigger leads.
They've got a big experience lead though.
Oh, sure, yeah. Actually, yeah. Coming up to 10K. Yeah, right. Is it again sort of just the difference between the supports, I imagine? Just
mostly. Yeah.
How much they're actually able to get from the game.
Well, I mean, the Coddle specifically is level 16. It's pretty absurd.
He cannot have his BKB available again. He is gone. You catch him out.
The daytime, just being able to bring their heroes in all the time with recall, they're always able to outnumber. And Mugi, I think that time he used the thing. He definitely used the Phantom Rush there. I saw him use it on a creep, and I saw him run up and Quelling Blade a random tree, so I'm pretty sure he used the Phantom Rush trick right there.
It's a feature.
It's a feature.
Here we have chains up to 2. Life is now complete for him. I think we'll have a little bit against NewBee, but overall the lineup getting further and further ahead with each of these kills, especially on the big cores. SDCC with the bottle double damage ready for the next engagement.
It is nighttime, so this is where they could try to make some plays happen. They really want to just farm up those Maelstroms to be able to push out waves better and also eventually be able to deal with the PL if he ever gets to the point where he's super farmed. They put a sentry down. They do see Kaka. In some trouble here. Yep, they get the last out, and he is super dead. Bye-bye.
I'm walking out of this one.
Yep. Good map awareness by LFY. But that is the 5 mix. Not so massive a kill.
Yeah, where's Super going next with his build, do you think? He's got a lot of money in the bank, 2.5k.
It's got to be the Maelstrom, right? Maybe he goes for the blink still to get the catch, but I think it's got to be the Maelstrom.
Ooh, they head into Roche, but it gets rocketed at the same time.
Gonna be Illuminate starting to get
very risky for LFY. I don't know if they can take this.
Yeah, Blinding Light, Illuminate, really slow this up. But they get the jump.
They do. That Echo Snap straight up on OSD. Oh no! That force stuff is going to save him? No. He still gets taken down. Oh, if that force from Faith kept him alive, that would have been pretty damn high.
But that was double BKB's expended.
Ooh, that hook shot nearly grabbing the Shaker over the other side of the map, but it doesn't clip. Now, moving forward with the Ice Blast onto KP. KP's in trouble. He's in the fire. He's in the flames. He's gone. 2 down on NewBee. Mugi turning up. Can he actually get any cleanup? They are relatively low on LFY, low on mana as well. Kaka with the stun. Spike Carapace at the mana leak onto Super. Super's still tanky though. He could try and walk this one out. Kaka's looking for the stun. We'll find the connection. They actually have the damage there to bring him down. Slowly but surely with Mugi coming back in, they should. A Fisher will hold him for a little bit of time. It's not enough to save the DK. He's gone. Oh, Mugi.
Look at Mugi go.
Was that being sneaky again? I don't know. But either way, I mean,
I don't think so that time.
Was that was a legit Phantom Rush, was it?
Well, it looked a bit far actually. That one did look a bit far.
I mean, I guess the thing is, you know, if he's doing it or not, it's like, without it, NewBee would definitely be where they are. This is, so you can't really blame him.
So yeah, he does go for the blink. I was like, maybe he does want that instant catch still because it's really only depending on Afu right now because they know that eventually NewBee's going to be picking up a gem, which I think they just did, but they've also been doing a really good job of keeping sentries down because it's not just the DK, it's also the Mirana ult that they have to be worrying about. So having several amounts of reveal is important, and now, yeah, he's got the instant disable. So not only Afu has to worry about getting those perfect echo slams,
yes,
as we've seen, SCC is pretty quick on the fingers. Slight little hiccup though, the net worth and experience, but still continuing to go NewBee's favor. Oh, and I mean, sorry, I guess we didn't really talk about Phantom Rush trick entirely, so we'll just explain that real quick. It's when you get Phantom Rush, as soon as you start their charge off, you shift Q your Quelling Blade or a Tango on a tree, and it continues it for the full 5 seconds all the way to the tree that you target. Sorry, I thought we had actually explained it. I mean, it's people who have just jumped into. There you go.
Well, does it have to be to the tree? I thought you do it and then it just like makes it so because you've not reached your target, you have the buff and you can run anywhere.
To the tree or to
is
the
it just
Tango,
to the tree?
yeah. I was watching Ice do it yesterday.
Yeah.
But I don't know the whole entire, I don't know every trick with it. That's just what I watched Ice abusing yesterday and also in the game that we saw yesterday versus NewBee actually.
No, it's not abuse if it's in the game.
Sorry guys, I guess we should have explained at the start.
I thought Twitch knew everything. Come on guys, you should know this.
Coming up.
Just step it up.
It is daytime. But they've got that blink, and they've got themselves a gem as well on Super to go for that catch. They see
here we go, Kaka though.
He actually Super gets fogged for a second. He's unable to get the catch, and that's Elder Dragon form.
Really wants to use it. He wants to get something done with it. He's looking to chase KP.
That's very far now.
Yeah, he's got to hold it back. He's got to just accept the loss and say, well, he's not going to use Elder Dragon form for too much this time, as they do have to back away. Very good disengage from NewBee. Well, I say that Kaka actually turn around with this. Just the stun onto DDC. DDC, goodbye. Pat, NewBee get more? Ah, they're too far away. Super. Shadow blading out. Will escape, but that is an AA down. I don't have to worry about the other.
Yeah, I think you're gonna actually move with it. Mugi's actually using it non-stop. Yeah, I just saw him do it again.
Yeah, because I think when
you can start moving with it. You're right.
It's literally so when you right click on something, when you legitimately get it, you just try and Quelling Blade something, and it
and then you have the buff. Yeah, I just saw him do it that time again. He's really using it a lot though to traverse the landscape.
Nothing wrong here. Oh, it's wrong. It's always interesting when these sort of things are found out. It's like, how long's it been in the game? How long? If you go back and watch other PL performances, you know, there has been a surprise rise in PL picks. Yeah. Is it because within
Super. Gets the table though.
Hello, that's a DK, is it? BKB, but he's taken a lot of per punch.
Kaka eats the arrow.
He took the carapace of attack. KP follows through, straight in onto the Mirage. Super sneaks away with the celebrate. Arfu in the pit, right across Slam, takes down the Nyx assassin, but now Arfu pays with his life. Arfu's gone. Monet moving forward with Inflame, who gets the lasso off onto the keeper of the light. That's 2 dead on NewBee, but overall Mugi and SCCC still alive. They can clear out majority of the side. They take 2 kills. They will get rogue now. Just picked up by SCCC. They do find the arrow, but they have to disengage and get out of there. Jump forward. They're trying to chase. Mugi's in the trees.
They might be able to get Monet here. He's actually... See?
Oh.
Going in, he's got Radiance. The damage coming out though, the arrow off the mark. He's got another slap.
Wants to do it. SCCC don't get too ready. That's got that Aegis.
Mugi's here though to play as well with the Arcane Rune.
Yeah, straight in he goes. SCCC in his way out, comes in with the change. Bam! It's going to be a bit damage, but it's not enough to bring down KP. Overall, though, they have lost Super again on the DK. Mugi forcing Flame back up to the base. Mugi doppelganger. Inflame trying to come in. They've got the Fisher. Can they actually finish this one off? Mugi still very, very tanky with that.
Who just wants his gem? He gets the gem. Mugi done that, committing on him.
Oh! Is he going to rescue the gem? He's going to get it. He rescued the gem. Arfu. Very nice. Little gem recovery, but overall still 11k gold lead for NewBee. Continues to build up. KP with the full pipe.
They've got such a big lead. 11k and almost 15k. 11k gold lead for NewBee, almost 15k experience. Now Monet in some trouble. I'm just watching Mugi. He's using it so much. That was normal.
That was normal. That was no. I'm gonna watch this one. Let's see.
He's been doing it a lot.
I'm gonna catch him out doing it again. We're gonna have video evidence. I'm gonna tell your parents. I'm gonna make it ready.
This is a grand finals, dude. You use what you can.
I mean, yeah, it's and as we we sort of mentioned, but is it really that game breaking? I feel like this is a game where
they're winning.
It's not like they're winning because of that at all. This is NewBee winning because they are NewBee and they're playing against LFY, and for some reason LFY seems to struggle very much against NewBee.
Scan comes out, does catch LFY. They've got the BKBs ready. Off cooldown at the moment. Afu awaiting. It is nighttime too. And like we said, they did recover their gem, thankfully. They had lost it in that last engagement. PL and Ember Spirit approaching that level 25 factor where they increase in critical mass by quite a lot.
Oh, Inflame. He's looking for some action, but the Spike Carapace catches him out. Oh, that hook shot. Somehow misses, actually. As he does get himself back down off the cliff.
Super committed Dragon Form again.
Oh, and that Fisher sort of held him back a little bit. He really wants to try and jump in onto someone. But here we go. They're going in immediately onto Inflame on the left. Super will jump forward. Does manage to find the Nyx assassin. BKB is out as well. Mugi now turns his attention towards Super. Now that his BKB is worn off on the Dragon Knight, he's rooted up as well by SCCC. Alfie trying to throw a Fisher out to help out his Dragon. But that's Super falling though. Should drop here as he gets surrounded by the PL illusions. Rooted up once again by SCCC. KP chasing down DDC. Clamps him down with the spanner. And that is going to be 2 dead again for LFY. NewBee consistently coming out on top of each of these fights. 14k gold lead maintained.
Oh man, it is looking tough now for them. They've got them for the Mirana, but they are banning their BKBs on the side of LFY. Take a look at the DKs. Let's look at the Miranas as well. Both of 5 seconds, and that is going to make this fight so hard when the Peons Ember are so elusive in these. The force that's coming out as well. We talk about so much how good China is with their forces. They have 2 of them built up and they've been executing them very nicely to save their buddies. I'm spotted out by the rock. But NewBee, content with what has been going on, they're going to back up and chill for a moment until the time hits again.
He's working on the act, but
Inflame really needs a BKB. He's been trying to build for a while on the Rider, but every time he goes in, this is the it's the kryptonite. You're playing versus Nyx Assassin. It's super difficult to do anything versus them. You're always gonna get carapace. You're almost always gonna get locked down. And versus Ember too. Like as soon as you blink in, he just clicks chains and you're rooted in place.
Yeah, they've been playing. KP's sort of whether he's there. We'll be fine.
They were pinging on the creeps. Looks like Kaka and KP will Watson on the creep will catch him, and I think he'd already expended it on Esther. Yeah, it's on cooldown. But now he has a full Octarine.
That's rich Ember.
Isn't it? Arcane Rune.
Yep.
Oh boy, 25 for that cooldown reduction once he hits 25 as well. Oh boy. This could be a very painful upcoming team fight. They're going to be able to kite the hell out of LFY.
Going on, jumps in, look at the Nyx Assassin, but he's fought away. Survive. And I'll jump in from Inflame. Finds the ladder though to take the damage. Arrow does follow through. Could be Blast tapping it as well. Allows them to take down KP. KP on for 70. But look at this SCCC looking very aggressive with the chains, forcing LFY back. LFY do get a kill though this time, and they don't lose anything else. They do commit so much for it. And I guess at this point with the BKBs as low as they are, it doesn't really matter the usage of the BKBs, but it is the able to drag off the news, and that is a timing that KP will be very happy to try and get around if they can. So yeah, it'll pick off that LFY could get. It means a lot. Slows down the momentum of NewBee just a little bit. And all of those defenders.
Afo's really struggling to find the Echo Slam positionings in this. It's just such chaotic team fights. The Caudal Blasts are flying in. There's so many illusions. Like we said, the Ember are so elusive. It's just looking really for him. He's even building a BKB on the Shaker himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's daytime. So you see, NewBee plays those two off the map hundreds. They know that there's a gem on the sides of LFY. They don't want the mission to get countered at all. Smoking out. They can always recall, and I'm pretty sure both the PO and the Ember Spirit have bots anyway, so they can join the fights at every single moment. And there's almost a bot flash with full bot versus the slight damage that you guys have.
Just done it. That's okay. He's coming and dropping the box from the split LFY up. Ice Blast flying through and connect onto Endbot. LFY back on. CCC playing very first. Comes in again with the chain. Get caught out by Lasso. Starting to drag him back in. Flame. Can he set up for something big? No. CCC still has the run. Gets out. Forced to pod the BKB. KP. Fissured, Arrow off the mark.
No surprising to not see Alpha who just spoke a bit there. I think he was just going to blow the Echo and just go all in on that guy, but only just stands on the side and waiting a little bit, just waiting for a better opportunity. I think he's looking, he needs bigger than a one net on fights.
SCC with the so dirty. You can just constantly spam chains, keeping LFY back. Teasing them, making them pop BKBs unnecessary. KP, he just goes straight into the base, looking for Arfu, making sure that the Shaker can't do anything for the Arfu. He's trying to get away, the illusion's beating down. Can he actually escape the illusions of Arfu falling low? No, the Spirit Lance comes through, that's Arfu down. Does have buyback, he's dead for 50 seconds, chains again, bringing for very, very low. Off to CCC, but he's been glimmered up. He's gonna be more than fine. It's a different story for super smooth. Loses in on the track now, takes down for 80 seconds. Chains done swinging off on. He's gone as well. Buyback's now coming through after a month. Back in the fight. Kaka left behind will be the first casualty of NewBee. The rest of the team back away. They're more than happy with what they've got out of them there. 2 buybacks from LFY, taking the tier 3 tower as well. Slowly but surely. Closing the game out, 23k net worth lead for the side of NewBee. And they're not done yet, they're ready to go back in again. DDC coming too far forward, gets forced back once, but KP's there with a cutoff. Comes in with a hook shot. That's gonna be in and out. Money jumps for it is, but the damage is just is minimal there with the amount of magic resistance these guys have. It hit a fair few of them, but it only just tickled them.
Yeah, they've got pipe on the... It wasn't, not the activatable, but the 10% increased magic resistance from the pipe on everybody. And Alpha did not have Fissure to follow up, so he used it initially. And now he's getting gone on by a triple stage.
SDCC just playing around with him on the back lines here. Alpha, can he get away? If you manage to save him, all the Spirit Lance. Oh, it's close, but Alpha will survive. Live to see another day. NewBee, after taking the racks, they'll just get out of there. Oh, and it's the Dagon time for SDCC. That's how confident he feels. Time to pick up that Dagon.
He's going for the Dagon 5 build. I mean, he's got the low cooldown reduction, and he knows that their BKBs are getting low. Like, these supports, he can just go in. If he just gets a root, if he just slight chains the AA and Dagons him, dead.
Oh, he's gone.
In every single one of these situations.
What's he got? A level 2 Dagon?
Yep.
Level 2 Dagon.
Even Earthshaker can die super easy to that, and with the BKBs ticking down more and more on the side of the Mirana and the Dragon Knight, even Mirana's pretty susceptible. Only 1,890 HP.
Dagon Ember coming to a pub near you soon. CCC made it cool.
I think they're feeling pretty secured in this game too.
Definitely, yeah. This kind of lead, we've seen it time and time again happen today. And in none of those instances has it been turned around at this point. This is just almost over. NewBee steps away from qualifying for the DreamLeague, ROG DreamLeague Major. One step up from LFY could mean the end of their run here.
It's nighttime for 3 more minutes, but NewBee does not seem to care. They don't seem to need it at all anymore either.
Looking for their cut-off. Oh, they jump in. Super positive BKP. Looks for Kaka. Heals is off, though. Buys some time. KP hookshots in with the blade mail. Cogs to block him off.
Super's isolated.
Absolutely. He's out of mana. Getting chain stunned up as well. KP being forced down to the low ground. He's going to be fine. Monet not going to get away. Slider Fist finishes him off, and GG is called. Ladies and gentlemen, NewBee will be the Chinese qualifiers for the ROG DreamLeague Major. They've got their spot secured, and once again, LFY left shaking their heads and wondering, how do they beat this team? They just can't do it.
I don't know. NewBee playing incredibly well. Just this time, Faith with the getting super early Aghanims on the Coddle. They got so much map control, being able to split push the lanes constantly in LFY. They got the BKBs. You know, they eventually got at least like the Mjolnir on the Mirana, but those BKBs started ticking down so fast, and the kite ability from NewBee's draft is just super powerful, and LFY just seem to never really be able to get that pushing power going because of this Coddle and because of the double bots. They always have the lane shoved in their favor.
Absolutely. Well, there we have it. We have come to the end of our Chinese weekend, and NewBee proving to be the stronger team. We came into this today sort of thinking, LFY, they look top. I guess we sort of forgot that just NewBee, LFY, there's something about this matchup that NewBee seem to always come out on top. And with that, we'll be able to bring back the panel, I believe. We have our victors.
Hello.
NewBee, the success of today.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have to qualify for any other minor or major, for that matter.
This is the one that
this is the first one, and they do it just like that. Done.
Yeah, in pretty solid fashion, too. 12-0-13 PL. How do you feel about that, Slacks?
You know, if anybody could do it, it would be NewBee, the best team in the world. So the streak is broken. Good to see a PL do some work.
He says this with pain in his heart.
I can see it in his eyes.
Best team in the world?
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Second best team in the world.
No. They actually did win.
Oh, yeah?
TI, but they had to change it.
Why?
In case you guys were wondering why TI was water-themed and there were no water heroes, it's because NewBee actually did win TI. And then Valve went back and had Liquid win so that the water theme made sense. So, yeah. Best team in the world. Even wins with
you know that Will said that Mind Control is a fan of the show and he watches, right?
He's a big fan.
Sorry.